Have you ever felt like something was off with how women respond to you, but you couldn't quite put your finger on it? Like no matter how nice, supportive, or available you are, they still seem distant, maybe even uninterested. It's not always about what you say. Often, it's the subtle behaviors, the small things you don't even realize you're doing, that quietly shape how women perceive you. And here's the hard truth. Some of these behaviors, while well-intentioned, may be sending one loud message that you're weak. Not physically, but emotionally, mentally, and socially. In this video, we're going to uncover 7 subtle signs that make women see you as weak. And more importantly, how to fix them so you naturally appear confident, grounded, and attractive without pretending to be someone you're not. Let's dive in. 1. You constantly seek her validation. Confidence is magnetic, but constantly needing a woman's opinion to make even the smallest decisions, that's a silent killer of attraction. Let's say you're out on a date, and instead of ordering what you actually want, you ask, "Do you think I should get the pasta or the steak?" It seems harmless, even considerate. But if you're always deferring to her, asking her what to do, what to wear, or how to act, it tells her something deeper, that you're unsure of yourself. And here's the twist. Most men who do this aren't trying to be weak. They think they're being respectful or easygoing. But in reality, they're giving up their power. Women are naturally drawn to men who have a sense of direction. Men who make choices and stand by them, even if she disagrees sometimes. How to fix it? Start making more decisions on your own, even small ones. Own your choices. Say what you like. If she has a different opinion, respect it, but don't abandon your own just to keep the peace. The more you act with certainty, the more she'll feel safe, and the more she'll respect you. 2. You avoid conflict, even when it matters. Let's get something straight. Being peaceful isn't the same as being passive. Some men avoid conflict at all costs. They let things slide, even when they're disrespected. They tell themselves, "It's not a big deal," or "I don't want to start drama." But women notice when you stay silent about things that should bother you. Imagine you spend hours planning a beautiful evening, but during the date, she's glued to her phone. You say nothing. You smile politely. You pretend it doesn't affect you. That doesn't come off as chill. It comes off as someone who doesn't value themselves enough to set boundaries. How to fix it? Learn to speak up, calmly but clearly. If something feels wrong, don't brush it off. You don't need to yell or argue, just let her know when something crosses a line. When a woman sees you stand up for yourself without being aggressive, it shows maturity and strength, and nothing kills attraction like the sense that she can walk all over you. 3. You overshare your insecurities. Too soon. Let's be honest, being open and vulnerable is important. But there's a fine line between emotional depth and emotional dumping. Some guys think that sharing every insecurity early on will create closeness. But what often happens is that it overwhelms her, especially if she barely knows you yet. Let's say it's your second date, and you're already talking about how much you hate your job, your childhood trauma, or how unlovable you feel. She might listen with empathy, but inside, she's thinking, why is he putting all of this on me already? How to fix it? Emotional honesty is powerful when it's grounded in growth. It's one thing to say, "I've struggled with self-doubt, but I'm working on becoming more confident." It's another to say, "I don't feel good enough, and I need you to make me feel better." Women admire emotional maturity, not emotional dependence. Let her see your strength through your ability to face challenges, not drown in them. 4. You try too hard to impress her. This one's sneaky, because trying to impress someone seems like a good thing, right? But here's the deal. The harder you try to prove your worth, the more it feels like you're compensating for something. If you're constantly talking about your income, your car, who you know, or how amazing you are, She's not thinking, wow, he's impressive. She's thinking, why is he trying so hard to convince me? True confidence doesn't need to advertise itself. How to fix it? Drop the performance. Be real, be grounded. Talk about your life, sure, but let your actions, presence, and character speak louder than your words. Women are far more attracted to a man who is quietly confident than one who's loudly insecure. 5. You lose control during disagreements. Let's talk about emotional control. Disagreements are a normal part of any connection, but how you handle them tells her everything she needs to know about your emotional strength. If you blow up over small things, get defensive, or sulk when things don't go your way, that's not passion, that's instability. Women want a man who can stay grounded when things get tense. Someone who listens, thinks, and responds, not someone who reacts impulsively. How to fix it? The next time something triggers you, pause, breathe. Ask yourself, is this about the situation, or is it about something deeper I haven't dealt with? When you handle stress with calmness, she sees you as emotionally safe, and that's one of the most attractive traits you can develop. 6. You apologize too much, even when it's not your fault. Apologies are important when you've truly done something wrong. But if you find yourself saying, "I'm sorry for everything," even things beyond your control, it signals low self-worth. Example, she's late to a date and you say, "I'm sorry if I made you rush." Or she's in a bad mood and you apologize for simply being there. At first, she might see you as sweet or accommodating, but over time, it starts to feel like you're afraid to simply exist. How to fix it? Stop apologizing for who you are. Save your sorry for when it actually matters. Instead of saying, "Sorry I talk too much," try, "Thanks for listening. I get excited about stuff like this." Instead of, "Sorry if I'm being annoying," say, "Let me know if you want to shift gears." Confidence isn't loud. It's quiet, firm, and unapologetic. 7. You don't have a life outside of her. Here's one of the biggest signs women notice: when your entire world starts to revolve around her. You cancel plans with friends. You stop pursuing your hobbies. You become available 24/7, texting instantly, dropping everything for her, constantly waiting on her next move. At first, she may appreciate the attention, but eventually she'll start to feel smothered, and worse, lose respect for you. Because it tells her, you don't have anything going on without her. How to fix it? Build your own life. Maintain your routines, passions, and friendships. Women love a man with purpose, someone who's busy building something, chasing goals, or living with intention. When your life has depth, she doesn't just see you as a man, she sees you as a man of value. Here's the truth. Women don't want perfection. They don't need you to be rich, famous, or flawless. What they're truly drawn to is strength, not the kind you show off at the gym, but the kind that shows up in how you carry yourself, how you handle conflict, how you lead your life. So if you recognized yourself in any of these signs, good. That means you're self-aware, and awareness is the first step toward real confidence. Drop the habits that keep you small. Step into the kind of strength that doesn't need to be loud, because it's rooted in who you truly are. If this video helped you see things differently, make sure to hit like and subscribe for more insights like this. Here on Psychology of Her, we break down what women really notice and how you can show up as your best self without the guesswork. See you in the next one.